こ 이런 꼴이. Bye, kiddo.
Forgot that I opened my iPhone. I should be talking instead of typing it. Yeah, 38 is a pretty low score. Since I usually do like 42, 44 with 10. Okay, I will show my gears later after this run. That's a secret. The only thing I can tell you guys is that I am sharing this account with OnePlus. Which is my friend that sometimes stream on my channel. I let him use my channel. So he does do some of the farming for like sometimes. Yeah, I will be playing at DNSEA for a long time. I have to ask Kent.
Bye bye, kiddo.
Because it's him who invited me. What the fuck? Thought I have my transformation on. 台服太坑哦，不回去啊！不玩坑的死不起啊！钱可没那么多浪费，我们他妈台服养的账号会在 DNSEA 养的大概8个以上吧。
Bye bye, kiddo.
而且 safe 的品质比较好。Yeah, it's yellow, but it's a good pin for me compared to other servers, except NA. I have my own pin on NA though. Oh yeah.再年龄吧，太坑了啦！你知道我的账号在这边，我的账号台服的账号花的钱在这边可以买4个顶装账号，好不好？你就知道有多雷啊！他们台服就是这么雷，就是又坑钱又懒啊！想要我进公会可以啊，不过我有点懒惰，不一定常开。哦 ，Thank you, kids. Oh, so it's you, OK? 哦，好啊，我等下问一下那个，我坦猫现在我坦猫会换个工会，因为我也不常开，有点懒得弄啊。Wasn't I out of the range? 工作了，可以啊，我的分身真的很早开午休前农东西太麻烦了，现在想说等之后万一出什么森林龙装备整套的，我再把这次传过去，所以现在都不太会开，玩是会玩啊，就是不太想龙，我觉得好浪费钱。Sorry for the coughing. I think I have a small cold. What the fuck? Didn't I have like ice cream with block on that? Yeah, Kent FA OP. I like AEW's gameplay, but he's currently nerfed too much, so I had to play BP if I want to get in Forest Dragon team. Playstyle wise, I like Abyss Walker more because there's not that much buttons to click and stuff. But BP 3 Phantom needs like more skill to play because he has a lot of iframe skills and canceling compared to Abyss Walker. But I myself don't like clicking too much buttons. So yeah, I like AEW more. Yeah, I used to play our character before, but he is also nerfed too much in his revamp, so I don't play him anymore. Don't really get like why they make his devastation bubbles cost that high. Like 90 bubbles, it's like impossible to use devastation, and like all of our characters like other skills are like low damage. So they practically just kill the character without bubble consumption. And they even make the main bubble skill like have like so much CD that it's very hard to get enough bubbles. probably true, I think. Like too fast. I wish they really nerfed like the Phantom, really, because I would like to use other assassin characters too. I personally like Reaper the most, but I have like bad pin, so I can't play Reaper properly. But gameplay wise, Alice Walker suits me the most because he has the least spamming out of like all the assassin characters, so I can do other things while I'm playing Alice Walker. Raven is actually okay. He's not that bad because he is the easiest one to play when you are not that familiar with the nests. So that's a plus for Raven, since he is like the only like real middle range character out of assassins. I also hate the cancels you get when you are using CM3. It's the hardest one to play sometimes, because like the Sunshine Spark and the Ring Strike thing have like a very high skill ceiling for you to cast it like perfectly. But since like most of the time Sunshine Spark and Ring Strike is too hard to use perfectly, you have to predict the boss's actions and stuff. So yeah, it's impossible to play it like very at its fullest. Still a very fun character nonetheless. Doesn't have that many combos because LF combos is not really important. It's more important that you land your Sunshine Spark perfectly, because a perfect Sunshine Spark can deal as much damage as a Shadow Overdrive. So it's more important to land the Sunshine Spark angle correctly. The combo, not really much, because all other skill doesn't deal like as much damage as Sunshine Spark. Oh really? You should still kill as OF. Really, kill combo is not that important. I'm OF link back in the Rune Dragon era. I deal good damage even if I'm the main DPS as OF. Because I was out DPSing many Ravens and Ripper just after Awakening. But yeah, I still heal a lot because that's why people need you as a healer. And most of LF's damage is based on how many hits you got on Ring Strike and how many hits you got on Sunshine Spark. The other skills deal to less damage. They are not really that important. Just make sure that you land like every Ring Strike perfectly, and you land every Sunshine Spark perfectly. Then you are the best LF possible if you did that. You can stop counting other skills. Only like those two needs like extra attention and stuff. Still don't understand why isn't that enough damage. Oh, it's like 3%, so like more than okay, sure. It's back here again. What the fuck can I do with this? so you get cancelled here. I thought you won't get cancelled here, just push back. Oh well. Nah, I'm not weak. I just practice more than most people. For like every assassin, I spent like at least like 3 hours for each one in the battle training grounds. Like always. I spent the most for Raven because of his rotations. Raven and tactic, but I don't play Raven after like other teams in DPS don't want me to play DPS. They said that because my killer does like so much damage, they don't want me as DPS anymore. Although I was a DPS main back then. Okay. What? Nah, I'm not into true MVP. I'm bad at playing DN right now. Not as good as before. Because I become like too lazy right now. Don't really want to do nest anymore. Before I can spend like 6 hours of my free time doing nest non-stop, but now I can't. That was like enough distance. Oh well. I started the Dragon Nest after like at almost the end of the Ice Dragon era. So that's after the resistance nerf and most of the awakening. Just like 5 patches before the Assassin Awakening-ish. Don't really remember. if you are switching from Ripper to V Phantom, oh wait, I will go to it first. Yeah, just after the 93 cup. That's when I returned to Dragon Nest. I'm going to answer the V Phantom and Ripper question right now. So for V Phantom, you need to focus on like spending your transformation, and also the first skill, Pass Away, and the 5th skill on my skill bar, which is the Lethal Torture, because it is a very OP skill after the buff. And other times you just spend the other skills when your transformation's cooldown is in fact. And for like before using overdrive, make sure that you have certain distance with the boss, because the first yeah, the first few seconds overdrive will have like no damage, so there's a distance where overdrive will start doing damage. So you probably need to get a bit of a distance away from the boss if the boss isn't huge enough. And for skills like Lethal Torture and Overdrive, you will get cancelled if you get like any kind of damage or hits. And take breaks like this to use. Oh, I thought my speed was fast enough. Is that a thing? No problem. Yeah, so a few skills of V Phantom requires a distance to do good damage. Pass Away and Overdrive are those kind of skills. Also Speedy Cut, but because Speedy Cut doesn't really deal like super damage, so usually you can just ignore that. And there's also the Lethal Torture instant cancelling. What the fuck is that? Cancel FA? So much damage. Yeah, and get the attack speed buff for vaporize if you want to run for max damage. But the problem with this is that if you're using vaporize for the like attack speed buff, you might not be able to cancel like lethal torture sometimes, because lethal torture is a very dangerous skill when you are nesting or raiding. If the boss stomps and you don't have vaporize on, you will probably get it.
Bye-bye, kiddo.
For pass away, you use the normal pass away, which is the one that you sprint forward when the boss is small, because it deals like more damage than the shuriken version. Why is this bug again? Yeah. BP Phantom has a lot of those like small techniques that you need to know, because a lot of his attack is based on the boss size, and he has like low super armor on most of his skill, so you will get cancelled very easily. Oh, and there's also the Phantom Call cancel. You just press Phantom Call and just press any skill and set the transformation skill and lethal torture as fast as you can after pressing Phantom Call. You can cancel the Phantom Call action by doing that. And then you can still use your lethal torture instance normally. The problem with kicking too fast is that your transformation CD reset will sometimes be like bug. Just like what I'm experiencing right now. Not sure if it's my lagging or is it I just clicked the skill too fast. But well, both explanation works though. this. How it works. Yeah, it's like very boring, but I like to do Labyrinth solo more. It takes like more effort in doing those. When you do it in a party, it's okay that you eat like as much damage as you want. There's always a partner that carries you. I'm like more careful when I'm doing like solo. Oh, I should let him hit me instead. That's enough.
Bye bye, kiddo.
This is the problem with like Equal Torture. You couldn't cancel it if you don't have like Vaporize on. The old Equal Torture is like too slow, but the new one is better. It's still hard to cancel though. Kent's FA is so OP. That's like one bar gone. I will be doing some Leaf Phantom tutorial next. I probably should type this in the chat. Next, I also need to ask any questions. Okay. Let me see my equity. That's a lot of runs. Oh yeah, the gears. Sorry, I think someone asked for it, but I forgot to show it. Well, I will show it now. So I have like plus 20 tier 3 gears. and full FP, also full crit damage, and full critical when in nest. And I use like 3 GDN accessories, and also 1 crystal of flame, which is the labyrinth earring. I use this because it gives like higher damage than the GDN earrings, since it's like in percentage, and for my current stats, it's much stronger than the GDN earrings. And it's best if you have the Jerry earrings and necklace, but because I don't have it, I use the crystal of flame instead. Yeah. And for the white eye, I use the one with like critical damage and attack power. And for my Jade, I use 3 physical and 1 elemental on this character. Yeah. Jades, I usually use like 4 glass cannon SDR Jades and 4 glass cannon AGI Jades. But since you couldn't really have a choice here, because I don't have that much money to buy the Jades I want right now, so I'm just doing with what I have. I have like VIP Jades and also critical damage Jades on me right now. And talisman, talisman I use full crits because I don't have SD talisman on this account. So usually it's best if you use full crit. Yeah, it's better if you use like full crit damage. And if you don't have enough crit, use the AGI second stat for talisman, like what I did. Oh, I don't have AGI on this one, okay. But yeah, you get that point. Just for talisman, this is the place where you can adjust your critical damage and crit. And yeah, just make sure that you get like full crit. At least like full crit. If you can get full crit, you can get crit damage. Yeah. It's more easy to get full 300% crit damage on the Phantom because of the CM1, where you get like 50% increase instead of the usual 30% like most assassins. So yeah, that's for VP. So it's possible to reach like full crit and crit damage with like all strength Jades on VP. Yeah, and that's that. For elemental attacks, VP's like enhanced Fleet Phantom A will be nerfed soon. Will be nerfed to like 5% attribute attack power instead of 10. I think this is like too much of a nerf for this passive. I will probably go to the Enhanced Fleet Phantom B passive after that nerf, because it's like 20% reduced damage. It's like a full-time protection shell for VP. Very strong skill compared to the Enhanced Fleet Phantom A after nerf, because it's only like 5%. Don't think it's like better than the 20% thingy. Yeah. So I should probably tell you guys my skill tree right now. Ripper tutorial, I need to get a Ripper first. I don't have Ripper in my account. Yeah. So for Assassin, you probably want to get like your speedy cut full, and just like most of the basics and Shadow Hand is not a must-have. You can have it if you want to go, if you want to push like stones like me, because I use this to push the mechanic of Volcano Nest Stage 1. And this is also very useful in GDS when you are doing the pillar mech, because the pillar is based on the SA break. It's not on damage, it's on SA break. So you can kill the pillar faster if you have Shadow Hand. And I like to get the Mind Conquer full because by doing this, BP don't have to bring like mana plates in like FDN or PDN because most of BP skill don't use any mana at all. Like they really don't use really that much mana. It's only like 36, 61. It's not really that much. And you don't need to run with BP because you have Vaporize. And Vaporize gives you a very big movement speed increase so that you run faster by, you can go faster than most people by just walking with Vaporize. So you don't really need that much MP on defense and when you are doing PvE. Like most of the skill doesn't consume that much MP, so you can be fine with like 0 MP just with like Mind Conqueror. Yeah. And because BP has a lot of skill points, I usually go with like full skill points here. And for the Phantom, I choose like Enhanced Body Sign A, which is the one that gives you attribute resistance. This one is a bit better than the B one, although the crit rate reduce can be stacked. But usually, when you are doing solo, you will want the attribute resistance more. It's stronger than the crit one. Yeah. And for Vaporize, if you are going for an offensive build, get the action speed increase one. It's not the one that I like because BP don't have that much self-heal on it, so I usually like to get the debuff remove one for removing like burns and poison and stuff. This is like more useful in raids because you can go without healer if you have this. But action speed is stronger when you are going full DPS. And for Enhanced Draw Bullet, if you are going for a defensive build, the Enhanced Draw Bullet B is better because it can save you, as it's a instant heal. But for max damage, go for Draw Bullet A. And the Intense B Phantom B is very strong, but it's not the best choice in terms of DPS. Although it will be a better choice than B Phantom A after the nerf, but for now you just take A for the max DPS. Yeah. That's for the skill part. And peripherally, plates you just get FD if you can. If you can get FD, just get critical damage as much as you can until you reach like 300%, like full crit damage. Yeah. And for BP, I like to use those Giriant and Iona plates for healing because they are very useful when you are like 1 HP. It's also useful in soloing if you don't want to use if you don't want to bring healers and stuff. Yeah. And for skill plates, I use the Painkiller CD reduction for like more ultimate uptime, and also the standard lethal torture attack damage and shadow overdrive damage. And for the fourth plate, I use Pass Away because Pass Away is a very high damage skill. It's stronger than Madness, and it's like almost like the first skill you'll press after you transform because it deals like very high damage. And for the skill up plate, I have like 2 versions. One version is the Shadow Overdrive. This is the skill up plate you want to use if you are doing Dragon, because Shadow Overdrive is super OP on Dragon stage. However, if you are doing Labyrinth, I will recommend to use the Lethal Torture skill up plate instead, because Lethal Torture skill up plate is stronger when you are doing longer battles and dealing with smaller boss, since like both your Lethal Torture instant and your normal Lethal Torture will have the +1 attack. Yeah. And that's for the plates. Yeah, for hero, just use Will Skull because of his like active skill is very strong. You can also use Argenta if you want to, but I personally like Will Skull because of his dark attribute and the damage speed debuff. It's better to use. Okay, So next we will probably go into the battle training ground part, where I show some of the combos. Oh yeah, I usually say a lot of things. Doesn't talk that much usually, but yeah. So yeah, let me just lower my gears so that I don't do that much damage. I will just one shot the golem for like the first time. Just for fun. Let me just for golem, if you want to do max DPS, you use your ult first, and then you walk up, use the default for your INS, then go back. That's the one shot rotation. Okay. Let me just get out of this transformation thing. Okay. Oh, let's just see the damage. Like you can see that Shadow Overdrive deals like almost like half the damage there. Over like half the damage, and Passive Wave deal a lot of damage too. Also, Lethal Torture instead. Not that much compared to the other two, but yeah. So let me just lower my gears for now. I'll just take off everything I have, and also the jades. I think this is not enough. So I will do like what I did at a slower pace. First you want to use your ult. Then you press Phantom Call, and then cancel it with Blood Sign. Then use the Lethal Torture instance. I failed in canceling the Phantom Call. Let's just do it again. So use ult, then cancel Phantom Call, go back, get some distance, then use Raw Blood if the golem isn't dead yet. So yeah, it's like the same thing. Okay. And let's go to the tutorial. So let's do the most important thing in the rotation I just showed you. That's the rotation for like max instant damage. You need to cancel Phantom Call. If you don't cancel Phantom Call, you will be slower. If you don't cancel Phantom Call, you will be teleported, and you will deal damage much slower. Even if you don't teleport, it's also slower than the canceling one, because you have this like action before using the INS. But yeah. So if you want to cancel it, you just press Phantom Call, then press any skill except Lethal Torture and the transformation skill, because if you press those two, you will have a bug where the INS don't come out, or the transformation don't work. So usually I pair Phantom Call with Speedy Cut when I don't know what, when I want to just use the INS. If I want to do something while using the INS, I will use Phantom Drive if I want to get closer to the boss. So it will look like this. So I couldn't reach my Lethal Torture instant from this distance, but if I use Phantom Call plus the Phantom Drive skill, I can reach the golem. So it will be like this. Yeah. This is how to use the Phantom Call canceling skill. And so you can also pair it up with other skills like Speedy Cut, which is the one I like to use the most, because it's like easier for me to press it, because my F is just next to my T. You can also use it with Pass Away, but it's not recommended because Pass Away has a very long action time. Because when you don't, the INS will fade after you don't use it for like a few seconds. So it's best to use like a skill that ends very quickly, such as Madness. Then use it. So this works too. Yeah. And oh, you want to see the combo again? You can do it again. The instant damage combo deals the most damage. It's useful when you want to show off your DPS and you are sure that you can one-shot the golem. Use the ult, then go here. Sorry, I forgot that. Use the ult and go near. Cancel Phantom Call with Blood Sign. And use Lethal Torture Ints. Go back. Yeah, this is the combo. You can see I only use a few skills here. I use Shadow Overdrive, which is the last skill, probably the last skill you use, and Draw Blood. Speedy Cut, Bloody Sign for cancelling, and also Lethal Torture Instant. The reason you want to use Lethal Torture Instant first is because of the BP passive, Chain of Pain. You will get like 10% extra damage if your enemies have the bleed effect, and the best skill to infect bleed effect is the Lethal Torture Instant. Yeah. So you will want to start most of your combo with the Lethal Torture Instant if you don't have bleeding effect on. Then use Bloody Sign. So most combos start with like the instant plus Bloody Sign, then use instant Lethal Torture. So you'll get like 2 debuff plus bleeding on the boss, on the target. Yeah. After that, there's like a few different combos you can do. The first combo is the one that if you are doing enemies that are large, such as the Golem or Dragon, you will want to use Pass Away with the Shuriken version, which is the one that after you press Pass Away, you click what button is it? You click the special attack button as fast as possible. Then it will give out like a shuriken. That one is the best on huge bosses. So you will be wanting to use that if the boss is huge. And if the boss is small, you will want to use the another version, which is the one that you click the special attack button slower, and it will go like this, sprint, and then the first attack if you press special attack button. That will do better damage on smaller bosses. Yeah. So I will demonstrate how to deal DPS on smaller bosses. So I won't have ult on for now, and I have like 2 speed buff. Okay. Let's start. Cancel it. Use the Lethal Torture, Madness. Like the rotation you'll want to do. I'm not including Shadow Overdrive right now. So yeah, as you can see, if you do this rotation, Lethal Torture will be like 30% of your DPS. Let's include the Shadow Overdrive right now. So if you want to use Shadow Overdrive with this combo, you'll want to use the Shuriken version of Pass Away to get some distance away from the boss. Let's do it. Oh, sorry. But yeah. This is the combo. So in this combo, you can see that Shadow Overdrive deals more damage than Lethal Torture, but this is because Golem has a very huge hitbox. Yeah, sure. Let me finish this tutorial first. So for this rotation, it's best for when you are dealing with like smaller bosses, because the passive way you'll use here is the one that sprints, and you only use the one that goes backward when you want to get some distance from the boss and use Shadow Overdrive. Let's do the one with large boss. It's the same thing, but you just use the backward passive way all times. Oh, sorry. It's cool. Looks probably like this. So you can see that pass away is like the first skill because of this rotation. Pass away is super strong when the boss is huge. Yeah. And let's see, what can I say? Some other things to know is that for this skill, Madness, when you click it the first, when you use the skill, you should use your special attack button to use the second time. If you are aiming to use the second time, don't click the button don't click the skill button here. Use your special attack button because it counts faster, and you regain like one time if you use Intense Suffering next. Yeah. And for Intense Suffering and Soul Breaker, you can adjust your position if you use direction keys with them. So I can go backward and I can go forward. I can also go left and go right. This is very useful when you are evading attack in the air. And also, because of the older balances of the VP revamp, you can evade in mid-air right now. You use these skills when you are in air, evading for stunts and stuff, and you want to get closer to the boss. Yeah. And Lethal can cast only one time during like one transformation, but if you use Phantom Cloud, you can use the Lethal Torture instant. Then cast the normal Lethal Torture. Yeah. And for iframe skills, you get iframe when you go up with Intense Suffering, and also when you go up with Soul Breaker. You will also get iframe when you just smash into the ground with Soul Breaker. You can see this by the outline of your character. If your character outline is white, it means that you have iframe right now. And for you also have like a very short iframe with Phantom Drive, and with Pass Away, the sprint version, a very long one. You get iframe until you start dashing. And for the one that what the fuck's the bug? And for the one that goes backward, you get iframe. You get iframe before you shoot the shuriken. Yeah. and that's for iframe. And for vaporize, there's like 2 ways of using it. One way is pressing like spacebar when you're casting like any skill. The first spacebar will give you a very short iframe like this, and you will get the vaporize buff. If you press like 2 spacebar, you will go backward. This is very useful when you want to use Pass Away or want to use Shadow Overdrive. So yeah, that's for that. Oh yeah, and there's like a hit difference for Shadow Overdrive and Pass Away. If you are too close to the boss, Shadow Overdrive will do like less damage. So let's just demonstrate this. If I'm like exactly in front of the boss, I will use the normal Shadow. 1, 2, 3. You will only do 16 hits, which is a very low hit for Shadow Overdrive. You can get at most 30 hits on Golem with Shadow Overdrive if you go far away enough. Like this position, it will be good enough. Like 26 because I walk forward. But yeah, go as far as you can in the battle training ground and cast it. You can get like 29 hit this way. The distance is different for like each boss because they have like different sizes. But usually it will be the best distance will be going back like this part. Just tumble backward and use your what's that skill called? Use your Shadow Stick. That usually will be the best position to cast Shadow Overdrive without using Class Mastery 3. If you want to use Class Mastery 3, then you use Tumble, go back, then also use Pass Away, then use Shadow Overdrive. Because CN3 will let you walk forward more than casting Shadow Overdrive normally. Yeah, and for Pass Away, you will want to go not this close if you want to use the Shuriken one, because you'll deal only like 6 hits. If you go a bit far away, like here, you can deal up to 10 hits. That's only for Golem. It's different from each boss. But for Dragon size boss, you can just get as close as you want to because they are too big. Yeah. For top tier DPS, the current good DPS in this patch, in the Z patch, is Flurry, Moonlord, and BP. Also Smasher. Smasher is a pretty good DPS too. And a lot of other classes need very experienced controller to get the level of the DPS of these characters I just mentioned. Like Glad can also get very high DPS, but it needs a very experienced player to do that. Yeah. Yeah, that's all for today's streaming. I think I don't know what to say right now. I probably need to do a tutorial while I'm doing Nest, and it takes a lot of time to prepare for contents like that. But yeah, ask questions right now before I end my stream. I should type this out. How about Moonlord Smith? I'm looking at CDN and TDN's forums when I have time. Currently, some say that it's not that big of a nerf. Some said that it's a big nerf. So we need to wait until the DPS came out so we can compare. There are a lot of people in CDN ready for the DPS comparison. So I can tell you for sure when the comparison came out. I don't think the nerf is huge though, because Moonlord is never nerfed to death like the assassin classes. So, and the nerf for me, it doesn't look huge. Moonlord has a lot of like good support damage skill, Not like a Abyss Walker, like only Dark Vision deal good damage. So yeah. Yeah, I played Monster Hunter World 2 and Honkai Impact, but I don't play them that often because I'm kind of lazy at farming games right now. If you have like any good games that I should try out, you can tell me. I will try them out when I have time. Oh, maybe I should do a full golem now before ending the stream. Supports in Dragon Nest. Currently the best one in offensive rating is Physician, because Physician have the attack buff and also the attack speed buff with the dispenser, which is very strong. But she also has the lowest heal out of the 3 healers. The most balanced healer is Light Fairy, and Light Fairy is also the one that deals the most damage on Dragon Stage if the Sunshine Spark is used properly. Saint is a more defensive type healer, but Saint is very good at FDN because his relic can tank the dragon in Dragon Stage, so that you don't need to take a tank in the Dragon Stage. Yeah. And Saint also have like the new skill that gives you like Ice Ring thing. That's very useful for like one-shot stomps and stuff. And also there's the protection shell for Saint. So Saint is the best in defensive, and Light Fairy is somewhere in the middle, and Physician is the best one for offensive teams. I think the nerf won't be that big on Moonlord. You can still change to Moonlord. I don't think Smasher is that good though, because they didn't fix the Smasher super armor bug, where you get like 0 super armor on some of her skills. The Smasher player I know back in TDN said that the bug made Smasher very bad. Moonlord probably will still be stronger on Dragon Stage than Smasher, even after the nerf. Yeah, I'll start the rotation right now. Full rotation. That's probably what the full rotation will look like. So, like even with this, default torches still deal like very high damage than overdrive. Passive wave is always on the third one. So on smaller bosses, or if the Shadow Overdrive malfunctions because of distance, you will get Lethal Torture as the highest one, then Shadow Overdrive. If the boss is huge, then Shadow Overdrive will be much higher than Lethal Torture. And Pass Away will always be third, then Madness, and Painkiller, and Lethal Torture instead. Yeah. Bakmara, I think she needs some bug fix before she's good. She have too many bugs right now, so she's not very that good. But the only reason she's bad is because she have like too many bugs. She got so many bugs after the revamp, so yeah. Last minute questions, just ask them if you want to. Oh. You can also ask like Forest Dragon Nest questions. Doesn't matter the question. Any questions will be fine. Should I do now? Or should I just face reveal? Maybe if I get 200k subscribers, then I will think of that. 200k. So that I can make YouTube as my job. Then I will do a face reveal. 加工会哦，等一下啦，等结束再说啦。啊，我垃圾。等一下，我等结束再说。I'm from Canada. I'm playing C from Canada. You can see this from my pin. I can show you again right now. Just let me go back to the battle. There you go. I played in like other servers before. Best element range percent on an elemental class. It depends on your stat. I have like a elemental guide on my channel. I will give you the link right now. Wait, for me, you should go with this guide. But usually it's not that important for you to get the best elemental percentage. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm going to show my pin. So my pin is like 185 ms to 230 when I have VPN on. When I don't have VPN, it's up to like 300 ms pin. I stream when I feel like it, but I will do like one stream at least 1 week. It's probably will be a weekly stream. I couldn't say like the day I will do streams, but it's usually at during my 8 p.m. or 7 p.m., which is the time I get home from work. If I feel like I want to do a stream right now, then I will do the stream. I might be able to stream like FDN runs when my team cleared FDN for a few times, but right now they are still stuck in Grand stage, so we will have to wait a little bit longer. Yeah. But you can ask me questions on my channel, just comment, and I probably will be able to see them, or just email me. I have my email on the channel information part. I will respond to them when I see them. and it will be faster than asking me on stream. Yeah. Any last questions before I end my stream? Because I think I should do something else. I'll finish my tea and oh, how much points? I only have like 700 points. No problem. Just ask me like any questions if you want to, if you need. Ask me in the comments if I didn't stream. Ask me in mail if I didn't see your comment. Oh, no problem. Glad to answer all of your questions. Like glad to stream with like good audience like you guys. Yeah. Sorry for my speaking because I'm not that used to say like streaming and stuff. Yeah. Thanks for everything, and I'll be ending my stream right now. See you guys next time. Oh, I should do an ending post. Like, okay.